Look, if I was suddenly diagnosed with allergy against potatoes, I think I would just eat potatoes until I die. They're too good. I can't help it.
What's going on, everybody? Many of you have asked for an update on some of the people featured in the Real Things I've Seen series. So here you go.
I believe I've not seen this one yet, so let's check it out.
I think I'm gonna die, man. Hey, you're not gonna die. We're gonna slow your heart rate down right now with a small electrical shock. We have to warn you, though, it's gonna hurt. I don't care, man. Just do it. Okay, you ready? Do it. Sir, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh.
Wow, I feel a lot better. Yeah, I don't think I want to do any of this again.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this reminds me of the one where they had to restart the heart manually. Let's see what happened to them.
So after all that went down and we all checked the contents of our underwear, we loaded that guy up and brought him down to the hospital where he bought himself some fancy new internal hardware. But the craziest part about that entire call is he forgot everything.
Who am I? And why do I exist? And who made me?
Because we gave him for said prior to cardioverting him, he forgot everything leading up to us welding the crap out of him wanting to beat the crap out of somebody there that pushed that button, and then transporting him to the hospital. In fact, halfway down to the hospital, he was asking if we could bring him back to his house because he was completely fine now. And it was on that day that I realized that with enough medication, you can forget anything.
Well, I'm glad to hear that the dude survived and there was no further issues.
Fire rescue, somebody called for chest pain? Hey, he said he's having a lot of chest pain. Oh.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Very good. Yeah, I know. Okay, so what happened? You were working on the car and then you started to have chest pain? Oh no, it was actually after the car fell on him and he said his chest was really hurting him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I remember this one. I think he was working underneath the car and then it fell on him. Something like that.
What? Yeah, he was underneath the car working on it and then the jack slipped out and he was a meat pancake.
Honestly, I thought this one would have ended really, really badly because it looked extremely, well, I know this is just a recreation, but just the way it looked just in the recreation and just imagining that happening sounds extremely bad.
For about half a second. Sir, can you lift up your shirt, please?
Oh, yeah.
Crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. What do you want to do? Drive really, really fast. This dude was another person that should have met whatever afterlife entity you believe in, but instead walked away with a couple broken ribs and a bruised lung. And all because of this guy. The guy that I couldn't depict well enough, sitting at 6'8", 300 pounds, that literally picked up the car with one arm and dragged his meat pancake friend out from underneath and stopped him from remaining a dead, flat human. And on that day, I learned that adrenaline and friendship are the strongest things in the world.
Yeah, I heard that adrenaline can make you do superhuman things for a couple seconds, I guess. Like lift in a car.
I mean, except for my wife's hate for the peanut butter spoons that I leave in the sink every day. That's really strong.
I believe I also watched this one during a react in the past. where a dude keeps like passing out in the cake. But let's see.
911, somebody called for someone passing out? Yeah, man, he keeps passing out.
Oh, it was mashed potatoes, not a cake.
Hi. How many times has he passed out? I don't know, man, like 4 or 5 times. Does anyone else smell mashed potatoes? And you're just calling now? Yeah, man, I mean, it's not like he's out for a long time. He wakes up like 2 seconds after he goes down. Dude, that is not a reason. Holy crap. Wait for it. Oh, crap. Holy crap. Hi. Well, this is new.
I assume this might have been something maybe neurological.
Taters McGee was by far the most interesting patient I've ever ran on and made me question my actual knowledge of the human body for a solid 10 seconds. And by the time we dropped this guy up at the hospital, what they said was going on blew my mind. And that was they had no freaking clue.
You what?
Yeah, that happens so many times that we drop people off at the hospital and we never actually get an answer. Why?
Huh?
Not because the hospital's incompetent, but because they don't actually know what's going on until they run the outrageous amount of tests that they need to run to find out why this patient is direct injecting taters right into their sinus cavities. But unfortunately, that's just a part of the job. So I hope that answers some of the questions that you had.
Aw, sad that we never found out. I just think it might have been maybe something neurological, or I heard there is some disorders where you fall asleep and pass out for a couple seconds, but I feel like the person would remember if that happened, so I don't know.
And let me know in the comments which real things I've seen people you want follow up on next.
Okay, this is the second one.
We're back with another episode of Where Are They Now? And today we might discover some very personal connections with one of the people in the videos. Let's get into
Okay.
it. Hey man, did you call 911 saying someone was overdosing?
We ate edibles, man.
Okay, how many did you eat?
Well, I had 2.
And?
He had the rest.
Oh, dude, why is he not wearing clothes?
Because he thinks he's a cow, man.
Huh?
No. Yes, he does.
Huh?
And now he's peeing.
Huh?
Hey man, what can I do to help? Why are they always naked? Hey man, did you call 911?
I've not seen this one. What the hell? Look, I'm not a weed connoisseur, but I don't know. Can it get you that high? Probably. I guess it can if this happened. What the hell?
This guy was actually one of my first interactions with someone who had taken edibles. I mean, obviously, I ran on a few people who enjoyed a little bit of the devil's lettuce, which for the most part is harmless and completely entertaining. But when it comes to edibles, they tend to have the highest adverse reactions, simply because of the amount of time it takes to be absorbed and the type of route that it's taking to be absorbed. And for this guy, at first, it left him completely catatonic and looking like he was riding the Milky Highway, and then quickly came to life with a wonderful yellow liquid surprise and a few well-placed moves.
Moo! Moo! Moo!
But in the end, we were able to get him down to the hospital where he was completely fine and probably, hopefully, kept the gift of yellow rain going for the ER staff.
Oh no. Dude, if I was that guy, I'd be so embarrassed. Imagine you get so high and you piss on the floor in front of the paramedics. But imagine one of the paramedics is this guy and he makes a YouTube video about it. That's so funny. I think we've seen this one. If I recall correctly, it's about the dude who fell out of a tree, but we're just gonna rewatch it for context anyways.
Fire rescue, somebody called for a twisted ankle?
My ankle hurts.
Okay, we can fix that, but what happened?
Hey, I'm the one that called. I don't know what happened. He was hanging Christmas decorations on the ladder, and then next thing you know, he's hobbling around the street confused, calling himself the Crispy Kris Kringle.
Why are there Christmas decorations in April? Which decorations was he working on?
Those ones.
That's not good. That's really not good. Why are there Christmas decorations in April?
This guy was actually one of the calmest trauma alerts I've ever called. When we got on scene, he was acting like he was completely fine, confused at why we were even there, and in fact was refusing to go to the hospital at one point in time. And all of this made sense when we realized that he had taken a tumbling nose dive off of a 25-foot tree and landed directly on his face.
Oh my god. Brain damage, right?
Once we got him down to the hospital, all of our suspicions were confirmed when they told us that he had a lovely traumatic brain injury, some randomly placed broken bones, and owed his neighbor a few mortgage payments for saving his life.
Well, he survived. Glad to hear it, because that story was a bit scary, not gonna lie. Okay, I don't think I've seen this one, so let's see.
All right, sir, looks like your ankle's a little bit swollen, but honestly, I don't think it's broken. I guess that's good to hear. Absolutely. I'm gonna be right back. What?
Dude, you gotta drive faster.
Wait, why?
Because I'm gonna crap my pants.
Huh?
Bro, I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. I can't drive you faster. There's a ton of traffic.
Dude, I've been holding this thing for 40 minutes. I'm prairie dogging like crazy. If you don't start to drive faster, I'm gonna fill this truck with spicy burrito, brown liquid filled with grats.
Bro, I can't drive code 3 because you're about to code brown your pants. What's going on back there? Unfortunately, it looks like my partner really needs to go to the bathroom.
You think we'll make it to the hospital on time?
God, I hope not. All right, sir, looks like you're in.
I love that he made a follow-up on this specific one. I've never seen this, but that's hilarious. Oh my god. What does that teach us? Go to the bathroom when you can, because you might not have the chance later. And don't eat spicy burritos before you have to work, I suppose.
The sweaty individual desperately trying not to drop a hot piece of butt fudge into their BDUs was unfortunately me.
Oh my god.
This was at the end of a very long 24-hour shift where I had spent the previous 12 hours with an unexpected colon cleanse because apparently I ate something that my sensitive ginger stomach didn't like. And of course, we caught a late call, which set off the chain of events that led to me begging my partner to drive faster or sweet death.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And I'd love to say that the other two people portrayed in this video hoping that I would crap my pants in the back of the boo-boo bus was an over-exaggeration, but if there's two things I've learned that firefighters love, it's saving lives and ruining them by telling every single person we work with that their fellow brother dropped a deuce inside of their Fruit of the Looms.
I never guessed it would have been him. That's so funny. On to the third one.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the third installment of Where Are They Now, and what I believe are the three most interesting calls I've ever been on.
Ooh, okay. I believe it's the one where the dude was shot through the car door, but let's see.
Holy crap.
Fire rescue, sir, are you hurting anywhere? Man, they shot my car.
Yeah, a few times, but more importantly, did they hit you?
Yeah, I think I felt something hit my leg. A few? Wait, what, how many's a few? Sir, do you think we can maybe focus on you for a second? I mean, bullets can hit things like your leg and bounce around in your body, causing more Wait, bounce around? You think it bounced around inside of my door? Oh, my window's definitely broken. I'm gonna need new tint. I'm gonna need a whole new paint.
Hey man, how many times did he hit? Your guess is as good as mine.
There are two types of people in this world. People who lose their freaking minds the second they feel pain, and then this guy, who was shot 9 times and couldn't have cared less about the 900-mile-per-hour pieces of metal that were shoved inside of his body until he could figure out whether or not his car needed a new slathering of paint.
9 times and he did not care? What? Oh my gosh.
'Tis but a scratch.
But honestly, I've never seen someone handle pain better than this dude did. And then when I found out that not a single one of those bullets hit a major organ or artery in his body when he walked out of the hospital the next day, I knew for a fact that he was certainly the luckiest and probably holiest person walking around on the planet.
That is so crazy. What do you mean? Not a single one hit his organs? Damn, I think that was all the luck for his entire lifetime. I think now he's horribly unlucky, probably.
Hey, you doing a fire rescue? Somebody called for a car accident?
Hey, my moron brother over here just got his leg rearranged.
Oh, God. Oh, I was just resting my leg out the window, and the car came by too close, and all of a sudden I knew exactly what the bottom of my foot looked like. That's not good, man.
Yeah, it's not good. I've been telling him for years to stop putting his foot fungus-filled feet out the window, and now look what happened.
You think right now is the time to lecture me when my leg has a new knee? All right, man, what do you want to do? I'm going to go throw open that bush over there, and then we'll go from there.
I can imagine it looked very, very, let's say, off-putting in real life.
So unfortunately, I've seen a lot of crazy crap in my career, including people cut in half and body parts
Oh my
strewn
God.
over highways. But this was my first time experiencing the thought of, holy crap, I might actually blow chunks all over this road.
I'm going to throw up. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Don't throw up.
Seeing that guy's leg with one more joint than it should have had briefly made me question my career choice and definitely made me feel bad for his stupid choice of sticking his foot out the window. But then one of the police officers showed up for traffic control and clued me in on the fact that this guy was wanted for multiple crimes, including child abuse. And even though my treatment didn't change that day, I definitely wondered, was somebody driving a giant truck of sweet karma that day?
Wait, but I guess his leg was fine at the end? Oh, I remember this one too well. It was about the dude who slipped. I'll not spoil. This one's great.
Fire rescue.
Well, not for him.
I was taking a shower. slipped and fell and... Okay, and you hurt your back? No, my back doesn't hurt. But you fell? Uh-huh. And you're in pain? You could say that. Okay, I'm a little confused here. There's a soap bottle in my rectum.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing? The whole thing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it was the whole thing.
And you fell? Does it really matter at this point? No, it doesn't. Let's go ahead and get going.
I mean, look, I'm not laughing about the guy's pain, but I find it hilarious that people are always like, I just slipped and fell whenever something's in their butt. I just think that's really funny. And I wonder how often paramedics and firefighters actually have to hear that on a daily basis.
So I would love to say that this is the only person I've ever ran on who attempted to explore their nether region with household items, but I would be lying. In fact, the only thing I'm yet to experience is someone being straight up honest about trying to shove things inside of their backdoor cinnamon ring.
Not the back door. Not the back door.
Which I truly don't understand, because at the end of the day, no first responder, nurse, or doctor gives a flying crap about what you do on your personal time, especially since we are most likely some of the craziest, strangest, and most eclectic humans that you will ever meet. But the one thing that we can all definitely agree on is the one place things without a flare should never go is your chocolate starfish no-no zone.
Try to catch me hollering out to
Real. Next one. Hi guys. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Welcome back to a very overdue installment of Where Are They Now? And if you're a dude, you might find some of this episode a little bit painful.
I'm not a dude. Let's go. This one might be a new one for me. I don't think it's familiar. The thumbnail doesn't look familiar to me.
911
It's off. What's off? It's off. Holy, yeah.
No.
I was trying to remove his catheter,
No.
but it wasn't coming out, so I started to help. And then I realized that the cuff wasn't deflated. But not until I pulled really hard. Way too hard.
Wait, hold on, guys.
No.
Let's take a breath. I mean,
No. Look, I'm not a guy. I find this incredibly painful. No. I don't want to finish it. No.
No way that it's that bad.
No.
Holy manhood, it's that bad. Can it be fixed? I hope so.
911
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know, as a paramedic that's been doing this for a pretty long time, I feel like I've mastered the ability to keep a straight face no matter how horrendous the call or injury is. But when it comes to someone losing a section of their Johnson to a very violent and forceful catheter incident, that's where I tend to lose it.
Valid.
You see, catheters have a balloon at the end of them, so once they're in place, the balloon can be inflated so it'll remain inside of the bladder and then deflated once it's ready to be removed.
Oh,
but if you forget
don't
to
pull.
deflate, an exploded hot dog is what you'll make. It's truly hard to describe what it's like seeing four grown men saying, "There's no way," over and over again because none of us could believe what we were looking at. But the good news is, it sounds like they were able to get this guy a full set of twig and berries again, and us as much therapy as we're gonna need. Then why are you?
Well, I'm so glad to hear that it was restored, I guess, because that sounds traumatic as hell. Holy. I think I've seen this one, but I don't quite remember. Let's go.
911, did you put a belt on his leg? Why would you put a... Holy crap. Sir, were you shot? No. Oh, stabbed? Nope. Then why are you covered in blood? My varicose vein exploded. A varicose vein did that? Yeah, we were walking out here and he hit his leg on the bench and then BAM! I'm trying to stop him from coating the garage in a fresh new coat of human stain. All right, holy crap. Was he shot? No. 911, did you put a belt on his leg? Why would you...
So I actually had to look it up, and varicose vein, I guess, are really enlarged veins, and it popped. Ugh.
I've seen people shot, stabbed, impaled with 8-foot lightning rods, bleed a little bit, but I've never seen someone paint their home like they're the Picasso of human lube, like someone who's had a ruptured varicose vein.
Bam! Blood everywhere.
You see, the hardest part of controlling a severe varicose vein bleed is you can't just use one tourniquet like you would in an arterial bleed. You need two. One to stop all the arterial blood from coming into the leg, and then another one to stop all the blood that's inside of the leg ejecting out of their varicose vein blowout.
Oh my god.
Big summer blowout?
But thankfully, we were able to control the bleeding, get this guy down to the hospital, and then stare into the endless void, wondering when my leg veins would ultimately betray me, sending me into a lonely death.
I'm not sure if I remembered this one. Let's see.
Bam! 2 milligrams of Narcan on board.
Dude, did you just slam that Narcan? Yeah, man, I've never had a problem when I slam. Is he okay? Are you okay, bro?
Okay.
Are you sure you're...
I remember. I think I've seen this one.
I guess he wasn't...
Oh,
Jeez.
it's so gross.
Holy chocolate milk.
Okay. I'm really okay now.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I remember that one. I wonder what happened.
The one thing I was told when I was learning about Narcan was never slam it. Why? Well, have you ever heard the phrase,
Oh my God, there's vomit everywhere.
well, you will if you ever give Narcan too fast. But to be fair, everyone has different reactions when it comes to being given Narcan, and in my experience, most people are pretty chill when they wake up from their opioid sleeping time. But from time to time, you're gonna get the joy of experiencing you and your entire ambulance being doused in whatever they have
Oh
for
my
the
God.
last 3 meals. But I'm happy to report that that person was dropped off at the hospital feeling fine, and I went back to
Okay.
the station, burned all of my clothing, and never looked at bologna sandwiches the same again.
Fair enough. I just gotta give a big props to paramedics and firefighters for dealing with bodily fluids to this extent, because I think I would genuinely go insane. I don't think I could do it. Okay, we're on to number 5.
Our Where They Now adventure continues today with patients that were seemingly disconnected from reality, and one that wanted to disconnect my head from my body.
I think I've maybe seen this one. I believe it was something about maybe being aggressive because of low blood sugar or something like that.
Mike, come on, buddy, calm down.
Or
You know we're here
drugs.
to help you. What do you think he took? Mike. Nose candy? Nah, not enough talking. And he took off all of his clothes. I'm a paramedic, see? Wait. Hey, Mike, are you being chased by wolves? You see them too? Oh, flakka.
The bath salts. My YouTube comments taught me about flakka after the last reaction, so thank you. I had no idea what it was.
All right, you drop some ketamine. I'm gonna go help wrestle a naked guy. Flakka was by far the craziest street pharmaceutical I'd ever seen people on. I mean, up to this point, I'd seen your normal opioid-induced nap, or people screaming at the top of their lungs after their 60th line of booger sugar made their pacemaker start firing off multiple rounds of heart-drilling electrified regrets. But what I had never seen was grown men in their full birthday suits gifted with Olympic-level sprinting abilities like they had after consuming a fresh batch of flakka.
I just felt like running.
And funny enough, what my brain still can't seem to process is why every single one of them was being chased by wolves. Every single
really?
one of them. We're gonna get there. Which means they're either being transported to another dimension or we have invisible wolves running around us that none of us flaked up individuals can see.
This is actually interesting as hell. Why is every one of them seeing wolves? There's gotta be some reason for it, right?
Good news is, after a fresh batch of Haldol and Valium, they got away from those wolves and took a happy trip up to Cloud 9.
I don't think I've seen this one.
911. Hey, Jimmy. Mike, this is Jimmy. Jimmy's blood sugar drops all the time, and that's why we're gonna give him that glucagon you got right there. Okay? Whoa, hold on, listen. The key here is to get his roommates to distract him because he's really freaking strong, and you absolutely cannot spook him by
Oh my gosh.
running up on him because he'll just throw you.
It actually didn't hurt.
I mean, that's good, because if you're gonna be dumb, you better be tough.
Is this the case where you're like on low blood sugar and then you get aggressive? I suppose this is one of those instances, right?
Have you ever been picked up by another person and thrown across the room
No.
like you were a human lawn dart?
Not yet.
And it was by this guy. Low blood sugar can be a very interesting thing. For most people, when their sugar begins to drop off, they become weak, tired, or maybe even unconscious. But not this guy. Somehow this guy's lack of brain sugar caused him to become the insulin-dependent Incredible Hulk. And as a fresh medic, I figured this was my chance to show the world how strong and nimble a ginger stretcher fetcher could be. And then I got blasted across the room like a high-powered fart in the wind. But after some great distraction techniques and very quick darting, we were able to get some glucagon in his arm, his sugar back up, and a lot of ice packs for me.
Well, I guess you fuck around and you find out, right? So I think this is the one where they had to restart his heart, similar to one in the beginning of the video, but not quite the same.
Sir, because your heart rate is so high, we have to give you something called adenosine.
Okay.
Wait, is that gonna stop his heart? No. Actually, yes, but not forever. What do you mean, not forever?
I would be okay with forever.
Well, because his heart rate is so high, we have to chemically restart it so it'll start working normally again. But everything's gonna be okay.
Okay.
All right, sir. The adenosine's on board.
Oh, I feel...
Oh my God, is he?
weird. That's better.
God, I hate adenosine.
If you want to deposit a butt burrito in your pants while simultaneously looking another human in the eyes, give someone adenosine.
I pooped my pants.
Adenosine is a medication that we give to patients when their heart rates are too high to hopefully help slow it back down. But it has an incredible side effect of making the entire room smell like backdoor dumplings when you literally watch somebody's heart stop and then pray it starts back up before you have to start giving them the old staying alive cartilage cracker.
Yeah.
Good news is, though, the medication works 90% of the time.
That's
leaving
good.
them feeling 1,000 times better and happy we came. For the other 10%, they get two things: a sedative and to ride the lightning. Try to kill.
Okay, we're number 6 now. Let's go.
You thought we were done? We're back with another Where Are They Now? And today we're going to talk about why peeing on the people around you doesn't make you a better friend.
Ooh, the one with the snake. Let's quickly rewatch it for anyone who hasn't seen it. This one's very informative.
Hey, somebody call for an allergic reaction?
Hey man, yeah, I got stung by a jellyfish earlier and it's still swollen. It hurts really bad. I think I should probably get checked out.
Yeah, looks pretty swollen. There's actually a pretty simple way to ease the pain, though. Pee? We all already did that. All? Yeah, so I peed on the sting, but that didn't work. So Mike tried to pee on it, but he didn't have a good enough stream. So Jimmy tried to pee on it, but he couldn't get the right angle. So he peed into a cup, poured it on the sting, but that didn't work, and now we just don't know what to do. Water! you just soak it in hot water. That's it. Well, that would have been nice to know earlier. You think?
I smell so bad.
For as long as I can remember, people have turned to spraying their friends and strangers with golden shower fluid when they get stung by a jellyfish. And I really need you guys to know something. It doesn't work. The truth shall set you free. The reason kidney tears have been raining down upon the victims of jellyfish stings is because the acidic nature of urine should theoretically neutralize jellyfish venom and help reduce the pain. But it doesn't. The only thing that's getting neutralized is the happy memories of sand and waves for the person that just had a run-in with the prehistoric venomous snot rocket and is immediately being replaced by nightmares with the hot asparagus-soaked regret that they were just deluged in. No, God! But if this ever happens to you, have no fear. Simply soak the area in salt water or tap water between 107 and 113 degrees, which should help reduce the pain, plus save you a lifetime on therapy bills and awkward conversations about the time you went wee-wee on me, Mom. See?
Okay, but look, you can make amazing, long-lasting memories with your close friends that way. Come on. Yeah, don't pee on each other, guys. Not sure if I remember this one. Let's see.
So, how long has he looked like that?
Like 3 hours or so?
It's like I'm staring into the sun. Okay, we're gonna go
Sunburn?
and get some vitals, but this just happened out of nowhere? Yeah, I mean, he said he was tired of being dependent on his useless medications.
Oh.
Took a little hiatus, and now he's a 6'2" walking tomato. I think I just went blind.
270 over 150?
See, I got it all under control. What is that ringing? So we're gonna load him up and drive faster than we've ever driven before.
Holy, okay, yeah, I've not seen this one. Let's see.
High blood pressure can present in many different ways, like blurred vision, headaches, or
Oh, so he took off the medication for high blood pressure.
like this guy who looked like me after spending 3 minutes in the sun without SPF 5000. Good news is he was fine, and to say he was lucky would be a gross understatement. You see, after suddenly stopping the medications that he had been on for the last 30 years, his body compensated wonderfully by shooting his blood pressure through the stratosphere and almost taking his ability to ever eat solid food again with it.
Wow, 30 years? And he didn't even ask a doctor? Bro.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, rib.
Look, I get it. Nobody likes taking prescribed pharmaceuticals every day. I mean, maybe some of them. But when a pill might be stopping your brain from blowing a blood gasket inside of your very sealed, very sensitive brain cage, it might be important to continue consuming it so you can continue using all of your limbs.
So what we learned from that last one, take your medication, guys, please. This next one I also don't remember. Let's see.
Really, Jimmy? Again?
Hey, Jason. The Benadryl stopped working again.
Yeah, that's what happens when you keep taking Benadryl and eating something you're highly allergic to, hoping you don't die.
I know, but PB&Js are so good.
Uh-huh, and so
is breathing.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll get the epi.
Is he allergic against peanuts then?
Seriously?
Look, if I was suddenly diagnosed with allergy against potatoes, I think I would just eat potatoes until I die. They're too good. I can't help it.
This was nowhere near the first or last time I would encounter somebody who filled their belly with Benadryl prior to consuming something they were highly allergic to in hopes that their body wouldn't catapult their consciousness into the next lifetime. Again, I get it. If somebody took the ability for me to be able to house an entire peanut butter, marshmallow, and bacon sandwich away from me, I'd be upset. But I sure as crap wouldn't risk the possibility of not being able to see the next Fast and Furious installment on it.
You don't turn your back on family.
Severe allergic reactions happen after your body releases abnormally excessive amounts of chemicals, like histamines, into your body after you've eaten or got stung by something. Oh! And the body's reaction to this can be super unpredictable, from a little tummy pain to laying on the ground looking up at the sky as your airway closes faster than you can say.
Yeah.
And that's why rolling the antihistamine dice ain't worth it, because no amount of all-you-can-eat shrimp is worth drooling all over yourself in the middle of a Red Lobster as you catch an EpiPen to the thigh and question all of your life choices.
Yeah, honestly, fair enough. I can see that.